We're, as I already mentioned, I think we're blessed in this parish that 3 years ago, I had a letter from and contact with our Archbishop consulting me about that I'd like to appoint a deacon to your parish.
That was 5 years ago.
Oh my God, time goes by too quickly. 5 years ago, that he'd like to appoint a deacon to our parish, newly ordained, by the name of George Peachme. So, met George, and it has been, certainly as a priest, one of the most formative, best pastoral relationships I have had with any minister that I've ever worked with within the Catholic Church. I have told people, and I will say it again, George has taught me more about how to be a priest than maybe 7 or 8 years in seminary has ever done. And part of George's charism, his giftedness, is like the parish. He shows very well and very beautifully the message of Pope Francis for last year. The face of God is mercy. And George exemplifies that in everything he does and in all that he does. So George is going to tell us again, I suppose, from his point of view, the wonderful story of how that this parish lives that mission of being open, showing God's face of mercy, and with that in mind, how the relic of Saint Josephine Mikita arrived in St. Mary's in Dandenong. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Father. I would like also to just to express how lucky and blessed I am in this parish. One of my best friend is a priest. I don't want to mention his name, but before being ordained, he said to me, I pray that the first priest that you will work with him will be an Irish priest. And I didn't know why. And as he just mentioned, the Archbishop rang me and he said, you're going to work with Father Declan O'Brien. And I said, that was the prayer of my friend. And for the last 5 years that I've been here, the friendship that we established between him and me, and we are maybe he's older than me for maybe about 3 years, but I treat him as my older brother, where I ask him always for advice. I ask him to evaluate my preaching. When I preach, sometimes he cried, and when I share my history, my journey, how difficult it is, and ended up in this, serving the Lord in this wonderful parish. And we are working very well. And my first term is finished. And 2 years ago, the priest who is responsible for our diaconate came and he said, he's not going anywhere. I said, it's fine, okay. So we're working very well. Even holding our hands together, caring for these parishioners when we lost our church was a big, and it showed how, that we are all one body. Through his guidance, through being here to help him, and just to say everything will be okay, and just let us move on. And through our preachings and working with the parishioners, here we are in this new refurbished church, St. Mary's, beautiful parish with multicultural community. Coming to the relic, I think this is because of him, and is passionate about the South Sudanese community, our journey of faith. So he contacted the Archbishop and he said, the only relic that I need to be, to be placed in this altar, the relic of St. Josephine Bakita. And the Archbishop told him that it's going to be very hard to find the relic. And 2013, one of our boys was ordained in the Archdiocese of Brisbane. So his name is Father Lado. So I went to his ordination. There was a Canusian sisters, the same order with San Bakita, who was working in Brisbane, and he said he went back to Rome, and Father sent him an invitation to come and attend his ordination. And she said to Father, I'm not going to be there, but I'm going to send you a gift, very precious gift. And the gift was the relic of St. Josephine Bakita. I went for the ordination of Father Lado, and he been here. He celebrated Mass here many times. When he comes, always he stay here with us, with his father and his resident. Not just only Father Lado, but all my visitors from South Sudan, all the priests, the bishop. They always, Father welcomed them with an open arms that you are welcome. So when Father shared that with me, I said, okay. Let me contact South Sudan. I contacted the bishop in South Sudan. Bishop said it's impossible. And then it came to my mind, okay, now let me try Father Lado in Brisbane. And Father Lado, I rang him, Father Lado, this is the idea, and now Father is we are looking for the relic. And he said, the relic is here with me. I don't have any place to put it. I will send it to you. The first day when the relic arrived, when we opened the relic, he started crying. Because St. Josephine Bakita died in 1947. So 60 years for us, even for the community, to be reunited with her body, it was part of her body, was a blessing. So this will never happen without him. And St. Josephine Bakita, she was kidnapped when she was just only 8 years old. She was sold many times from market to market during the slavery in Africa, and ended he was bought by an Italian consular to Sudan and took her to Sudan. She didn't know anything about her family, but we are lucky, this parish community, that part of her body being there, we are the family of St. Bakita. And we are grateful that without him, this will never happen. And we are looking forward to the day when the relic is placed in the altar. There will be traditional dancing group outside dancing, that now this is the permanent place for St. Bakita. And we are looking forward to reunite ourselves with her body in eternal, when in glory, when the second coming of Jesus. And he will say to Father Douglas, thank you for allowing part of my body to be placed in your altar, the altar of your church.
I can't dance as well as South. Not yet anyway, I'm practicing.
So thank you very much. That was you can see it's very, very moving story. Yeah, so thank you very much. And December look like it's very far away, but we are looking forward for the day when you will come and celebrate. Just that I remember when on Good Friday during his preaching, he didn't listen to me. He didn't make any eye contact with me. I was crying when he was preaching. He said, "We will rise again. We will rise again." And here we are. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.